Hi, this is Tristan here for the Archaeology Podcast Network at EAA 2023, and I'm asking conference goers their experiences. Hi, so could you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Gali. I'm a freelance archaeologist, lecturer from Berlin. I talked yesterday about transgender representations in material culture. I'm very much enjoying the conference, actually. Not fairly, very much. I just came out of the mushroom session. It was fully packed. I sat on the floor. It's crazy.
I've heard that's been quite popular. So the theme of the conference is weaving narratives. What narratives in archaeology need woven more?
That was basically most of the session I took part in yesterday, which the lecturers talked about peoples and narratives that were more or less neglected. It shouldn't surprise us that a lot of them are regarding females. It's all connected to the Victorian approach of the 18th, 19th century, patriarchal approach. You asked what should be more emphasized. I think we are seeing the emphasis happen as we are, again, -1, all the speakers yesterday were women, which is interesting to think about it demographically. Aside from the last part of the session, all the listeners were women. So, I can also see on my part, I'm doing this from the perspective of being a trans woman, talking about transgenders in the past. I can see all around me how this is becoming more and more popular, and a lot more people, trans and non-trans, are dealing with these issues, which is a good thing.
So when we're thinking about like the public perception, because part of weaving narratives is about weaving it to the public, what in terms of what responsibility do we have as practitioners to ensure the good public image when big institutions like recently in the news have kind of brought down that public image? What's our role?
It's the simplest thing. Just make it accessible for the public in the simplest way. Make it easy for them to engage with the material, with the topics, with the themes, with the finds themselves, and they'll just come. I'm telling you this from my experience. I work as a lecturer. I lecture not in the academia, but to general public, and I can see the interest. It's just you give them the material, but have to keep it simple. People don't. If we have time, I'll give you one example. I was giving a lecture to a senior community and about the Crusades, and in the middle I stopped and said, wait, I want to look at the page just to see the exact year. And one woman, she looks at me and she says, it doesn't matter, we won't remember it anyway. So it's like, it's true to a sense, but again, it's not always important to give the years, to give the exact dates. It's important to tell the story. Give the people a story in a simple language, they'll come. If they come one time, they'll come again, and you've got them.
Well, I've now got quick fire questions for you. We're going to either save them or we're going to sell them on eBay,
Okay, but for a good price.
For a good price. So, first of all, Graham Hancock's Ancient Aliens on Netflix.
Total, utter bullshit.
Selling. Right, next up, LiDAR.
Well, when I used LiDAR, that was about 20 years ago. It wasn't the best, but I heard it's gotten better. But my concept is that to actually know what you have underground, you just have to dig.
What about AI in archaeology?
I don't like AI in general because I love writing. So it's like I don't see the point in letting a computer do the thing that I like most. I have no idea. I'm not versed enough to answer.
What about that small trial that you've used so often that it's like the size of a thumbnail? Is that going or is that staying?
The what?
The tiny trial that you use so much, the trial is now this size. You keeping that or is that going?
It's up for debate.
Okay, so I've got a few archaeology-themed restaurants that I want to start. You tell me which one's the best. Okay. It's either the Star Car Snack Bar or Gobleke Tapas.
Snack bar. That's a snack bar.
It comes out of the tongue. So if people want to find out more about the work that you do, is there somewhere online they can go?
Mainly everywhere. I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Gali Jaffe, Galijaffe. Just type it in, you'll find me. It's really easy to find me online. I'm there all the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tristan.
Yeah.